Hi guys and welcome back. Today I have a very unusual topic, so I am very pumped about it and can't wait to start. We're gonna watch two videos. Let's start with the first one. So this video is from a newly built women's prison in Hämeenlinna, and Hämeenlinna is a city between Tampere and Helsinki. Let's start watching the video. So from outside, I wouldn't have guessed that it is a prison. It has really large windows and even an artwork inside. Common area, looks quite decent. Here comes the room. It looks quite decent and very bright. I mean, in my mind, prison is always associated with not being able to see the blue skies and of course lack of freedom. But at first sight, this place doesn't look like a prison at all, especially from outside. I would have thought that it's just a residential building. And inside as well, the room looks quite decent. There is a new TV on the wall. So this one is a bigger one, I think. This is very nice. I always feel so sorry for kids who have to grow up in prison because of their parents' fault. So this is very nice to see that they are offered a place, playground, colorful one, and a proper room to be kids. Whoa! There's even a sauna. So this was quite fast, but at first sight, it doesn't look like a prison at all, at least not in a traditional sense. From outside, I would say that it's just a normal residential building. Of course, I don't know the area. The cells look like a hotel room in my opinion. So let's watch the second video now. Prisoners in Finland live in open prisons where they learn tech skills. Insider news.
This man is serving a life sentence for murder.
I'm sorry, I'm a little body conscious, as you can see. I've gained a few pounds.
A dip in the frozen lake behind the prison is part of his regular workout routine.
No problem, it's okay. Okay, your turn.
Welcome to life in one of Finland's open prisons.
This is a very cheerful intro for murder.
There are no cell blocks here, just dormitories. Inmates come and go in their own cars. When Matti isn't at the nearby university campus, he's in his dorm room, studying for a career in tech.
Some entrepreneurship books, marketing books, user experience, all kinds of digital and IT studies.
And we have this kind of normality principle that prisoners should be treated equally, even though they are prisoners, but they should have access to same services and rights as other citizens.
What is the difference between a prisoner and a normal person if they have the access to same services and they are in an open area, even if they are murderers? I don't want to think about a child rapist having the same rights as I have and not having any consequences against what they do, and just laughing and saying that, oh, the water is nice, you come too. So
Promotional films like this, produced by Finland's Criminal Sanctions Agency, document how prisoners are eased back into society, with work opportunities and help from counsellors. And the incarceration rate here is one of the lowest in Europe, a quarter of what it was in 1950. In Finland, only 1 in 3 former convicts ends up back in prison. In some of the latest steps, Finland's Criminal Sanctions Agency is investing heavily in technology training.
The first topic is what is AI, then the second topic, problem solving with AI.
And building a state-of-the-art smart prison for women. And even testing VR to provide an escape from the drab walls and fluorescent lighting of Turku, Finland's highest security closed prison. Mika, who is 10 years into a 15-year sentence.
if the murders are inside of an open prison, who is inside of the closed prison? Like, this is so confusing. I guess with the other guy's situation, maybe it was a traffic accident. That's the only thing that comes to my mind, because if a murderer is in an open prison and this guy is in a closed prison, I just don't want to imagine what this guy had done. It's so difficult without knowing the background, and I would really like to learn, like, are those open prisons for everyone, or does it depend on what kind of crime have you done? I don't believe that a pedophile can be fixed, or a murderer who kills someone on purpose just for pleasure.
Joo.
Is walking through a 3D forest.
Kamala ottaa nuo lasit pois, tiedäksä, palata tähän todellisuuteen taas.
He appreciates the chance to interact with VR technology and learn the basics of working with computers.
Sanotaan lisään vielä tämän verran, että tämmöisiä vankeja, ketä on välillä käynyt vapaana ja tullut takaisin, niin on sanonut ihan suoraan, että ei siellä pärjää, niin kuin, että siellä on niin paljon erilaista tämä kaikki niin kuin tämmöiset, että kaikki on niin paljon tietokoneistettua, että olisi hyvä saada sitä oppia.
We try to educate the prisoners to use digital services in a meaningful way, so that it would really help them to rehabilitate, that help them to take care of themselves and take care of their daily affairs and the kind of things, the kind of skills that you need when you reintegrate back to society.
He went for 15 years, and if he is released, the world is going to be changed so much. Like, it must be so difficult to adaptate. So I can understand this.
Now Finland is investing in the infrastructure to support that readjustment. A €34 million prison that many hope will set the standard for the future.
This
No
is the one we
bars,
have seen.
glass windows, and internet connection in every room.
Are people gonna be free to contact whomever they want? No. I mean, looking at the prison, it might be also possible. It's just, I don't know what to say about that. Seriously. I support rehabilitation, but what are the borders?
And small touches meant for comfort.
This is our specialty is divan. Yes.
When it opens in this fall, the brand new facility in Hämeenlinna is expected to be Europe's most high-tech women's prison. But just across the road, a reminder of the past. The old facility, built in 1972, once housed both men and women. It shut down in 2019 after years of disrepair, mould, and other reasons.
This was before toilet.
And where did they empty it?
I take this and put there. The smell was terrible.
So horrible.
And just a few minutes' drive away, a relic built in the 19th century and modelled on the American style of prison that is still widely in use today. Cell blocks arranged in a radial floor plan, prisoners living in solitary confinement. This one is a museum now, preserved to show just how hard prison life here used to be. For Matti, the road to reform has led him to a career that he would never have dreamed of before. He connected with Reactor, a digital agency that designs online education courses. When they heard he was participating in this story, they invited him to give some feedback on the program.
I'm eager to hear, what did you think about the first course? What was your general impression about it?
It was shown quite simply what is AI, what isn't AI. So that was really good, and kind of like show that it's not about magic.
Seeing him in this meeting, it's easy to forget that Matti is still serving out his sentence for murder. In that time, he hopes to complete a university degree and start a business.
One way to get kind of like employed is, of course, self-employment. So, and a lot of prisoners have already the entrepreneurial mindset.
Based on Matti's recommendations, Reactor is planning to add an entrepreneurship course to the prison curriculum.
It has like enforced my trust in also like this Finnish prison system where like giving chances to put people like you, like it's awesome.
After the meeting, Matti heads back to Lakey prison. But he is excited for the future.
At the beginning of my sentence, I thought that there can only be negative things in being in prison, that basically life is over. But I think you should give people a chance.
End of the story. So you should give people a chance. It's really so hard to talk about this. Obviously, I don't know about his background, but who deserves a chance is an important question in my opinion. So from one side, yes, I can see that these improvements are necessary for the human rights, of course. And it's important to improve the services inside all the time, so those people don't feel any more isolated once they complete their sentence and they're out in the society. They can adaptate faster and they can make their life better as well as the others' lives. I can understand, I can see this, it's importance, but on the other hand, I don't know, from my perspective, I still can't imagine a pedophile going into this kind of prison and just continuing his life or her life as if nothing has ever happened. They haven't done anything. It's kind of sounds like sending a student to a detention for doing something so silly or stupid, but there are heavier cases that you can't call basically just stupid or silly. So I'm not sure if this is the kind of prison that everybody goes, like every criminal goes, or if it changes depending on the crime. So yeah, you have seen both the videos and I have read the comments, and I believe there are two different groups. One group suggests that yes, this improvement is necessary, and the other group is completely against it. They say that these prisons are built by the tax money that other citizens pay, and they don't want to award those people for doing some kind of crime, and they think that it is just a waste of money. And actually the hate in the comments just gives me chills, so from both sides. So let's talk about it. How do you think about Finnish prisons? You have seen both of the videos. I'm curious about what you think and how is it like in your country, because I've never seen anything like this. So just leave a comment down below, and if you like the video, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Gonna see you next week. Moi moi till the next time.